Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back. Kind of a junky day. It rained pretty much all day and I'm out here jumping in between the clouds and the raindrops and stuff, but it was absolutely messy out here. I'm looking at myself. I'm a bit tore up. So well, I got some stuff done though. So I got done kind of what I wanted to get done. It didn't take too long. I did a couple things I'd never really done before. I ripped this telephone pole. I ripped it down the middle twice for two sections here for this log rack that I made. And yeah, came out pretty good. It's gonna serve my purpose. It isn't perfect, but it's gonna work well for what I need it to. Here, let me show it to you. Okay, well, there she is. You saw in my last video I had dug the holes and put the posts in. Well, this is what the final product is going to look like. It is not bolted down. I got to get some timber screws and stuff. I'll put it through the tops of these logs and secure them down the best I can. Like I said, certainly not perfect, but when I put I put my little 2x4 across, lengthwise and stuff. It came out level, surprisingly. I mean, actually pretty good. But I took some measurements off my laser level here, so I got it pretty close. At least it's as close as the width of a chainsaw blade, or a chainsaw chain, I should say. So yeah, so these two were the same log, as well as these two were the same log. So I basically ripped them right down the middle. Here, I might be able to flip one of these over. Let's see which one would be easier. So it's got a flat side, obviously, if I ripped it down the middle. It's got a flat side that lays down flat against this other angle piece that I have. So that sits flat like that. And like I said, there'll be, 10-inch, foot-long timber screws, a couple of them that are going to go in there that'll hold it down. And yeah, these two, like I said before, these were cut in half as well. Flat side on the bottom. So it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Like I said, it's going to serve my purpose. Now the idea is that, and I may have said this before, that I'm going to winch the logs up the ramp onto the rack. It's at this point I'll pressure wash them because they're full of dirt and rocks and other stuff right now. So it's just an effort to get some longevity out of my blades. And yeah, that's kind of how that's going to happen. So yeah, good little project to get done. Next thing, I actually went out, and this morning in the rain so across the deck here, this is looking down at the mill itself. It's going to go right in here. So across each set of legs that hold the rack up on the sawmill, I'm going to have a 4x6 across on the concrete. Underneath the 4x6, I'm going to have a couple pieces of shingle. I'm going to separate the pressure treated wood from the concrete. And those are going to be bolted into the concrete, and then the sawmill is going to be bolted onto those 4x6s. So that being said, I got my 4x6s today and I cut them to length. So I have six 3-foot long 4x6s, and they are ready to go for whenever we get out here. I think it's the same plan for the rest of the week about how things are looking. Yeah, things really aren't looking good. I mean, it seems like there's a 60% chance of rain for like the next 7 days or something. There may be some scattered showers in there, or scattered sun, I should say, in there at some point. But you know, it is what it is. We got to get out here and get some stuff done. So next big event's going to be getting the mill itself, getting the track and the carriage for the mill over onto the concrete. I want to wait. I've heard everything between waiting 1 to 2 weeks to wait before you actually drill into concrete and set some bolts inside there. So I'm going to do that. And so that's going to kind of push things back a little bit, but as always around here, I am at no shortage of things to do. So I've got cabin 2, I've got the footers dug for that, and I've got the tubes cut. I can always go down there and really kind of set that stuff up and have the inspector come out, take a look at it, and then, I mean, I guess I could start to pour concrete for cabin 2. So yeah, plenty of stuff to do, never a shortage of stuff to do, and that's the way we like it. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll probably bump this up with another video for tomorrow. There really wasn't much to show you today. Cutting those, ripping those logs down the middle, I mean, really only took, I don't know, 5 minutes a piece maybe. It really wasn't that bad, and I don't even have a ripping chain on my chainsaw, so it went better than kind of what I was expecting, I guess. And let's see, just to get things going now, I have a nice little layer of sawdust on everything. Not like there's not going to be sawdust everywhere here in about 3 weeks or so. So anyway, all right guys, we'll catch you on the next one. All right guys, good morning. It's Friday morning out here now. We're on to the next day here. You can see my log rack made it made it through the night. So a couple big things happening today. I've got the 4x6s out here on the slab for where the mill's going to go. We're going to move the mill over here today and kind of sort of set it up. So I think Rebecca's going to jump out here on a lunch break and we're going to get that moved. Other thing I'm working on now, just to kind of waste some time, you can probably hear it in the background now. I've got a little fire going here. So I'm clearing this hill here. Just a lot of the debris and sticks and twigs and things like that. So yeah, so it's going up. It's going up. So it immediately looks better. Again, it's really going around picking up, you know, just all the green spots, and it really just kind of clears it up. So I'll be able to come out here, really kind of smooth this area over. Not quite sure what I'm going to do here on this slope. Probably just some like wildflowers or something like that. Something I don't, you know, I don't want to make myself, give myself more work to do, like planting grass and stuff like that. So I'd like to keep this area wild, but I'd also like to have it look fairly nice. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Or any specific type of thing that would grow kind of wild like this. It gets plenty of sunshine. There's no, there will be, I mean, this big, where is it at in the camera here? That big oak right there, that will certainly provide some shade, but I would say this area here is mostly sun. So if you have some ideas, let me know. Other than that, that's what's going on. It's warm out today, and of course I'm standing near the fire, so it is extra warm. I'm sweating like crazy, and yeah, progress is being made. So I'm gonna head down here and kind of clean this area up here, pull up the twigs, bring them up here and burn them. I'd also like to get rid of some of these wood piles as well. That wood, a lot of it is just rotten stuff that's off the ground, and you know, people aren't gonna sit around the campfires here and burn that stuff. So we'll take care of that for them. So all right guys, just wanted to give you an update, and I'll let you know when we're about to move the mill. Stand by. All right guys, just about wrapping it up for the day here. Just want to show you, made some really good progress today, at least down the hill here. So I had that early fire that was going here. Then I realized I kept just dragging stuff up the hill. So I kind of just grabbed one of those wood piles that was there and decided to, you know, that was going to be the sacrificial pile. So I had multiple piles of logs that were just kind of sitting around, and they are all now gone, or in the process of being gone. So I have that there. Of course, things, I do keep a pretty good perimeter around the fire and things like that, but just in case it starts to walk a little bit, I got my hose out here and my Pulaski, and of course my rake That's just kind of standard gear when I'm out here kind of doing something like this. But everything went fine down here, but it does look incredibly different and much better than what it looked like today. Maybe I'll see if I can take a screenshot of what things looked like earlier today. So anyway, that's where that ended up. And let me show you the biggest move of the day. Well, me and Rebecca, you should have seen us moving this thing. We actually took, sorry about that. Actually took cargo straps here, looped them under it, got it up over our shoulders, and just like squatted it over here, kind of crab walked it. It was really not light, and well, doesn't matter. This is where it's going to sit. So yeah, it's up here. It's up on my wood blocks. I have the shingles underneath there just to get the wood off of the concrete. But this is where this beast is going to be for the duration. Now I got the rack all the way down here at the long end, but that will generally start up here. We'll cut in this direction, and yeah, that's yeah. So I'll be able to get out here. I'm gonna actually finish assembling this. I've got to get the motor on. I've got to true the track, and there's still, I mean, quite a bit of little bibs and bobs that have to go on the frame itself, least of which the engine, the band wheels, the blade, all that stuff needs to be assembled and put on there. So now with this, you saw I finished the rack yesterday. So with this rack is about an inch higher than the track over here. So, and then the back of this rack is about an inch and a half higher than the front. So it all slopes down. So I should be able to move logs by hand to get them loaded onto the mill. So to get them from this point here to this point here, I'm going to have just a couple boards that are going to flop down. They're going to, I say, grip onto the frame or the track. They'll lay across the track in some fashion, some form or another. And, well, let's just say the logs are going to get there. So I'm as anxious as all of you are to see all this come together, but we got to make sure we stay on top of things here. But this was a great way to end the day. We fought some rain a little bit, and then I was down the hill picking up sticks and things like that. So it was a great way to finish this one out. All right, guys. Hey, that's going to wrap it up for today. I got a couple days I'm going to string together here, and we'll get this out to you tonight. So listen, I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. It's a lot of fun, and we'll see where tomorrow takes us. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.